Okay, Abhijit, first of all, thanks for giving us your time. Every now and then, फाटल्या दिसांनी डिस्क्वॉलिफिकेशन पेटिशनाचेर कितल्याचीच नदर आसा, कितल्याचोच पळयता बाबा हें कितें जातलें. 20 तारखेर हियरींग आसा तो 20 तारखेर कितें जायत. पूण फायनली हें डिस्क्वॉलिफिकेशन जायत जाल्यार कितें वॉट नेक्स्ट. तांचे पावर्स वयता, प्रोसिजर कितें, वो 6 वर्सां डिस्क्वॉलिफाय जातलो कितें एक्झॅक्टली. कुड यू एक्सप्लेन टू अस.
Yes. Firstly, it's my pleasure to be with you. Disqualification, in the context of disqualification which we are speaking, is in terms of disqualification under 10th schedule of Constitution of India. So under 10th schedule, the disqualification data, what is the consequences of that disqualification has already been interpreted by the Honorable Supreme Court. So the effect of any person, any MLA getting disqualified is that he can't hold the office of minister or any political position, remunerative position till the term of the assembly or till the time he is re-elected to the assembly. So basically जर आयच्या घडयेन जर disqualify कोण जालो, he stands disqualified till the term of that assembly, particular assembly ends, or if he gets elected in between, whichever is earlier. So एका वर्सा भितर जर मदीं इलेक्शन जालें, he can contest election and he can get elected. Till the time he gets elected, he will not be able to hold a ministerial post.
सो हे 6 वर्सां डिस्क्वॉलिफाय जाता, बट ते एका कांय लागना.
ते 10 शेड्युलाक लागना. That is under the provisions of Representation of People's Act. So that is different. This disqualification what we are speaking is under the 10th schedule, which is different. The effect of disqualification under 10th schedule is this, that you can't contest election till the term of the assembly. Sorry, you can't basically you are disqualified till the term of the assembly or till the time you get elected, whichever is earlier.
Okay.
So आता आमच्या केसीन धरले जर if the MLAs get disqualified, the disqualification is till the term of the assembly.
That is the February or
Till
March.
March of 2022.
Okay.
Or if in between the election takes place, they are entitled to contest the election. If they get elected, then that is disqualification goes. So there is no under this that disqualification is not for 6 years. That's
बिकॉज थोड्यांच्या मतीन कितें आसा बाबा 6 वर्सां जाले डिस्क्वॉलिफाय जाल्यार 6 वर्सां 2 टर्म जाले, 2 टर्म मेवचे ना तांकां आनी अशें तशें म्हणून.
नाही, under this 10th शेड्युलाचे under 10 it is not contemplated.
आनी वॉट हॅपन तुमी म्हणटा समज तूं 20 येतारो केन्नाय फुडें जाले, दे वील बी अप्रोचींग द कोर्ट अगेन. फुडें समज ते कोर्ट टेकून गेले जाल्यार आनीक फुडें गेले. सो टील द टायम तो आनीक टायम वेस्ट जालो. सो तितले तांकां मेवता तशें आहा. इज इट ट्रू?
Obviously, if anybody is aggrieved by the decision of the speaker, either side, either the petitioner or the other side, if they are aggrieved, they have the remedy in law. They will approach the either High Court or the Supreme Court as per the whatever they are advised. So there is a remedy against it, because if anybody is aggrieved, he should have some remedy in law. So that remedy is available to them.
सो एट द एंड ऑफ द डे इट इज ओनली फॉर दॅट स्पेसिफीक टायम. लायक आतां आमी 6-7 म्हयने उरले म्हणटा असेंब्ली. हे 6-7 म्हयन्या भितर कितें जातलें ते टील असेंब्ली इलेक्शन जायसर.
हय, सो आयदर कितें आसा, जर डिस्क्वॉलिफाय जाले जाल्यार डिस्क्वॉलिफाय जातले टील द टर्म एक्सपायर्स, ऑर त्याच्या पयलीं जर इलेक्शनां जाली फॉर दोज 10 कितें म्हणटा ते कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीज, दे इफ दे कॉन्टेस्ट एंड दे गेट इलेक्टेड टील दॅट टायम डिस्क्वॉलिफिकेशन.
समज तूं असेंब्ली डिजॉल्व जाली धर तूं 1-2 म्हयन्यांनी आनी मागीर परते इलेक्शन्स येयले. सो टील असेंब्ली डिजॉल्व जाली जाल्यार तेन्ना देखून तेंचें पोजिशन समज तूं ते डिस्क्वॉलिफाय जाले जाल्यार
they are entitled to contest.
they are entitled to contest.
Yes, they
So
will be entitled to contest the election.
what happens to their perks and everything? समज तूं ते तेंचे पयलींचे आमदाराचे वो मिनिस्टराचे आहात ते वयतले, वो तशें हेंकां कांय लागना.
As per the Supreme Court judgment, disqualification is relatable back to the time when the complaint of disqualification has been made against them.
Or the court or the speaker disqualifies them. From that time it starts.
Yes, it starts when
तेन्ना चान्साना.
Correct.
सो पयलींचे कितें आसलें तेंचे ऑर्डर्स वो सायनींग आनी ते कांय
No,
लागना.
that in law that will not get affected. In my personal opinion, that will not get affected, because they are today performing as a constitutional functionary. So I doubt it. I don't feel it is going to get affected.
What is this this disqualification of 6 years? ते खंयच्या हितून लॉन लागता?
That is under the provisions of Representation of People's Act. That is on completely different grounds. That has nothing to do with the disqualification under the 10th schedule. So that's under Representation of People Act, which presently we are not concerned with.
सो से सपोज आतां ताका लागून तुमकां दिसता की जे 20 म्हयने आतां वगडायल्या इट हॅज बीन जस्ट द सेम थिंग. पयलें जालेलें जाल्यार ते हे म्हयने लागपाचे.
Yeah.
आतां इट इज जस्ट 6-7 months. इज इट ट्रू?
See, basically, you are aware that when we filed it disqualification petition, it was I think August of 2019. It's a long time has passed. It's getting delayed. That is the precise reason why even the Supreme Court in its judgment, recent judgments, has said that the speaker should function in an unbiased manner. In fact, the judgment of Justice Rohington clearly says that you need to decide it within a time-bound manner, and they say that the outer limit to decide it is 3 months. That is the reason that in the interest of democracy, to maintain the spirit of democracy, whatever decision, whichever way it may be, either you disqualify them or don't disqualify them, do it quickly, because if you feel, if the honorable speaker feels they are not to be disqualified, the person who feels that they are disqualified has remedies available in law. He can go to the High Court, he can go to the Supreme Court, because that time is very important. You can't allow somebody to continue in a position if he has actually incurred disqualification. It is actually in interest of both the sides, so that even against whom the allegations are made that you are disqualified, there is no hanging sword kept on their head. You decided if they have not incurred disqualification, yes, they have not incurred disqualification. But if they have incurred disqualification, then they should not be allowed to continue the post. Finally, it's all taxpayers' money, right? They are governing us. So the person who has incurred disqualification in accordance with under the law should not be allowed to continue. In fact, the Supreme Court says that the person who has incurred disqualification should not be allowed to continue for one single day in the office. That's what the Honorable Supreme Court says. Taking cue from them, I think the need of the hour, and going forward, we need to ensure that this is done effectively. This is done in a faster way. That the faith of the people also remain in this system. That if there is a disqualification, you decide it within time bound.
Thank you, Abhijit. Thanks.
My pleasure.